y'all, welcome or welcome back to another video. If you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. If y'all returning, hey friends, y'all, so I gotta tell y'all how dirty this cold weather did my plants. But before we get into that, I do want y'all to stick around a little bit so I can tell y'all about the sponsor for today's video, Cyan Oasis. So I'm gonna let that clip play real quick. Today I'm sharing something that instantly elevated the vibe of my outdoor space, the Cyan Oasis wind spinner. If you've been looking for a beautiful statement piece that adds movement, color, and a little magic to your yard or garden, this is definitely one to check out. I'm going to walk you through the unboxing, the features, the setup, and exactly how it performs in real life garden conditions. So grab a drink, come stroll with me, and let's get into it. So let's first start off with what you get. When you open the box, the first thing you notice is that everything is packaged really well. The spinner blades are wrapped and protected. The poles are separated and the hardware is tucked into a label bag. Cyan Oasis usually includes the spinner heads, the pole sections, and the ground stakes, and also the screws that you need for assembly. Each blade is made of thick, durable metal, and you can instantly feel that it isn't flimsy or cheap. One thing I can appreciate about Cyan Oasis is the quality. These spinners are typically made with rust-resistant metal with a protective weatherproof coating. That means it's not going to fade out quickly in the sun or start chipping after a few rainstorms. The poles are also thicker than what you find in a regular garden spinner, so it doesn't wobble or bend easily. When you pick it up, it feels sturdy. It feels premium, and honestly, that's exactly what you want when you're putting something tall and eye-catching in your yard. Now, let's talk about assembly. I'm going to be so real with y'all. Y'all know I absolutely despise reading instructions, and I hate putting things together that take too much time. But I can honestly say the instructions were straightforward, and the assembly took less than 10 minutes. Now, another good thing about this is it's adjustable. So say, for instance, you don't want your wind spinner to be as tall as I'm making mine. You can just use two of the poles and make it a little bit shorter. And I feel like that's still a nice little touch to the garden. Now, while I'm putting these poles together, I do want to tell you a little bit more about this company. So not only do they have spinners that look like flowers, but they also have some that look like galaxies, some that look like kinetic sculptures. Now, the one that I have is actually a dual layered design. So it's two sets of blades that spin independently, and it creates a beautiful moving pattern, and it also spins in a 360 angle. I felt like this was the perfect day for me to really show y'all what this wind spinner could do because the winds were really, really high. The actual pole of the wind spinner wasn't moving at all, but the head of it was really taking on what nature had to bring. And it was just so beautiful to look at. If you were ever like thinking or considering getting a wind spinner, I definitely recommend Cyan Oasis. I will leave the information linked in the description below. I want to send a big thank you to Cyan Oasis for sponsoring this portion of the video. So, y'all remember our beautiful sunflower that we had in the last video, right? I'm low-key hurt. I'm low-key hurt because I was not expecting it to do this. Tony said, your sunflower out there like this. I said, you know what, you really get on my nerves. But basically, let me turn the camera around so y'all can really see. Basically, when that cold weather came through, my sunflower said, no ma'am, it's too cold. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't want no parts. So this is one thing that just looks horrible and just not doing too well. I did say I wasn't going to pull it yet because I don't want to cut ties with it just yet. Even though it's not as pretty as it was, it still got its little head on it. So I'm going to just leave it be. Now, up here, I want to show y'all that I'm thinking, let's stop by the rice first. I don't know if the rice is still surviving or not. It looked bad to me now, since that cold weather came through and hit it. It still has, okay, so y'all see how easy the rice is coming off of it? So yeah, I don't know if it's still surviving. I don't know if that's a gift or if that's a curse for me because y'all know I ain't want to have to come through and harvest it. Anyways, I was being lazy about harvesting it. I really and truly wish I would have thought about it though, and put it inside of the greenhouse because we had 2 nights where it was like in the 20s back to back. So I really feel like it did a number on my rice. I did not leave it out on purpose, I promise y'all. But once I thought about taking it inside of the greenhouse, it was dark, it was late, and I was like, you know what, I ain't gonna even worry about it. It is what it is. If it survives, cool. If it don't, that's fine too. And another thing that looks horrible, y'all know I still haven't pulled up this basil, which I knew this basil was already dead anyways. But if y'all was ever wondering what dead basil look like, this is what it look like, y'all. Even my hibiscus plant looks horrible, like real bad. So I don't know if that's gonna survive. Like these things that I'm showing y'all, it didn't dawn on me like, girl, put them in the greenhouse. That's what the greenhouse is for. But you live and you learn, so it is what it is. I'm not really too pressed about the hibiscus plant, even though y'all know I really love looking at the hibiscus flowers. But I feel like I can always get another one when it's time for that season. And when it does get cooler outside, I know to put it inside of the greenhouse. So there's that. And then these plants right here, I'm thinking this is broccoli, but I'm not 100% sure. But it looks like limp. It wasn't really fully established yet, so I'm thinking that's why that cold weather kind of made it look the way it's looking. Now, one thing that is still hanging on and holding on for me is this kale, but kale is a cool season crop, so I'm guessing that's why it's still doing fine for me. This leaf don't look the best, but this one is fine. My stuff up here, my Swiss chard and stuff, I feel like it's just not established enough for it to withstand the colder weather, so that's why it looks the way it looks. Yep. So shame on me, y'all. Shame on me. But it is what it is. Another thing I noticed was inside of the Easy Cube. Y'all know that this right here, I don't know if I ever told y'all. Hold up, before I do that, let me say this. I noticed in the last video, I always assume people know certain things, and I need to slow down because everybody does not know certain things. Just like when I did the green stock video, I showed y'all the picture on the screen instead of taking the whole green stock out of the box to show people that may have never seen a green stock before. So I apologize, y'all. I'm trying to get better. One thing, I talk fast because I be nervous a lot of the times, and another thing, I'm always assuming that people already know what I know, and I have to realize I didn't always know what I know. So even though I don't know a whole bunch, but still, I know a little something. But yeah, I did want to say that. So I do want to apologize to y'all for that. I need to stop making assumptions that everybody know what I'm talking about or what I mean. Even when I show y'all images of stuff or show y'all what I'm using, a lot of times I don't say the name of it. I just put it up to the screen like, hey, here it is. So y'all gotta understand too. I'm very new to this content creation thing, and I feel like with time I'll get better. But like I said, a lot of times I'm nervous as heck. Anywho, moving right along. As y'all can see, this broccoli plant is starting to like lean down a little bit too. And then this Swiss chard right here, it don't look the best. So I'm thinking the stuff that's not established already, that cold weather kind of did a number on it. And I think that's lettuce, but I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, my green onions, they still doing good. The ones that I planted down from scraps, but you know, I'm not gonna mess with anything. I'm not gonna pull nothing just because it look a little bit limp. I'm gonna just leave it alone because y'all not gonna believe we're gonna be back in the 70s by the weekend. So there's that. I'm so sick of this weather, not knowing what it want to do. If it's gonna be cold, be cold. If it's gonna be hot, get hot. My Swiss chard and my kale up here. Now, as y'all can see, this kale right here is very limp and like it has a soft texture to it. It don't look as good as my kale that's a little bit bigger and a little bit more established. But like I said, I'm not gonna pull anything. So y'all know me, I'm good for pulling something, but I done learned through the months to just leave stuff alone and let it be. Now my Monzuna is still standing up and doing its thing. My beets, I'm not sure why this leaf is the way that it is, but it is. Someone was telling me too in the comments because I asked y'all in the last video, like, do y'all fertilize y'all root vegetables? If y'all do fertilize them, what do y'all fertilize them with? So she told me that she used bone meal. I do have bone meal actually, but my whole thought on that is this the bone meal that I use. It is the back to the roots organic bone meal, and I got this from, I want to say I got it from Walmart or either Amazon. I can't remember exactly. Probably Amazon. And if it was Amazon, I have it linked in the description. But like I was saying, I'm kind of worried about fertilizing them now because after that cold snap, I don't know if that like affects the plants or what. What's y'all opinion on that? Because y'all know, I don't know. I'm literally learning as I go, and I know y'all probably like, girl, do some research. But I like to know what y'all done did in y'all experience of gardening. I know some people take offense when people try to tell them how to do their stuff in their garden, but I love when y'all give me feedback, especially when y'all done went through something as well. I know a lot of y'all are not in the same zone as me, and that's perfectly fine. I still like to know y'all input and how y'all do certain things that y'all do in y'all garden. So, and I can choose if I want to incorporate it in mine or not. But anyway, something that is still doing really, really well is our carrots. Our carrots did not care about that cold snap. It didn't care at all. Now, what the carrots look like under here, I don't know. But y'all know I love to pull a carrot. I love to see what's what. So let's try to find us a good one. I know y'all like, girl, we tired of seeing you pull up them carrots. We know you got some carrots. I don't know, y'all. When something go right for me in the garden, I be wanting to, see what's up with it. I be wanting to brag on it a little bit. So that's all. I still got the new gardener jitters, I guess you can call it that. This is a short, fat one, and y'all know what I always say: it's still gonna get ate. Since we got that cooler weather, and they say the cooler weather helps the carrots being more sweet, I'm assuming that this gonna be a real sweet carrot. And this is the wind spinner that I was telling y'all about in the other clip. As y'all can see, it's just spinning and spinning, doing this thing. I absolutely love it though, because it adds a nice little touch to this space. But yeah, y'all, I haven't checked on the mustard greens that's inside of our V series Vago bed, so I don't know how that's doing. I haven't seen checked on that since the cool weather came through. So let's see. Mostly what we got in here is mustard greens that we did not want to plant anyways. So I'm kind of salty about that, but they look good. They definitely look good. I do, since I already planted them and I don't want any food to go to waste as far as like things that I didn't, grew with these hands. I am going to harvest them and I am going to cut them up and put them in the freezer because we do eat greens, but it's just not something that we eat often in my household. So that's why um, that was something that I was not trying to grow for the fall, winter time. And I've said it before, I know a lot of people like really enjoy greens, like that's their one of their top things to grow in the fall, winter time, but that was not something that I was trying to grow, y'all. So I accidentally grew some mustard greens. But yeah, they're here now. And then our butter crunch lettuce. I absolutely love the taste of this butter crunch lettuce, especially when I mix it with the monzunas. But it tastes really, really good. And even though I have this lavender in here, it does not affect the taste of the lettuce. Now, I will say this. Someone had mentioned when I was trying to figure out if I was growing greens in this bed or not, they mentioned that maybe the lavender being grown in there with it is affecting the taste of the mustard greens. But I think it was because I initially thought that I was growing lettuce, but in all actuality it was mustard. So I'm like, why did this lettuce taste like a mustard green? And they was telling me like, I think it's because you got the lavender in there with it, but I think it's just that's because that's how mustard greens taste. So I don't think it's because I have the lavender in there with it. Now, granted, I have heard that if you grow certain things with something else that's not compatible with it, it will take on the flavor of what you're growing in there. So that's why they say certain things shouldn't be planted together. But I did do research before I actually planted my other stuff with the lavender to make sure it was compatible, and they said it was compatible. So, and I feel like it's not affecting the taste of that lettuce that's in there. But yeah. Since we haven't checked on our carrots that's in this bed here, I do want to pull one up just to see what's up with it, what's going on. Okay, so they are growing. Yeah, they are growing. Now, I know y'all probably wondering, why are you always pulling your carrots up? Why are you always picking them or whatever? So I just like to see if they're actually growing. Now, these carrots was actually planted after the ones that we have in our green stock, and I feel like they have came along really, really well. But I like to pull them up just to see where they're at, if they're actually growing, because I hear a lot of people say that all they get is like the leafy part, and they never really have the actual carrot. Now, I don't know the rhyme or reason behind that. I'm assuming maybe y'all using too much nitrogen. And just for comparisons, I want to say the ones that's in the bed, I started those probably like 3 weeks after I started these. So they're not real, there is not a real big difference in the size of them, but it was either 3 weeks to a month after I started it. Now, before I let y'all go, I did not come down here and do an in-depth look of how things are going in the chaos area as far as like the beets and the Swiss chard and stuff. But my Swiss chard down here looks better than my Swiss chard that I have on the back little patio area. Even like my onions and stuff. This got a little yellowing going on, so I'm gonna just pull that part off. Just put that down in there. But this right here is one of the Swiss shards. And I don't know if all of that Monzuna kind of helped protect it a little bit. That's just my theory. I don't know. And over here we got some beets. And actually the beets don't look bad over here either, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, if the fact that that Monzuna is over here kind of guarding it a little bit. If that's what's helping, I don't know. But yeah, it looked better than the ones I got on the back patio area. I'm telling y'all, I don't think I ever be able to have any type of garden, whether if it's fall, winter, spring, summer, without throwing some chaos seeds down with it, because I thoroughly enjoy it. Even the kale down here look good. Like, y'all see it? So I mean, if y'all ain't got no chaos bed going on, I ain't telling y'all what to do in y'all garden, but I mean, consider it. Consider it. Like I told y'all before, even if y'all just doing like a little grow bag. I literally threw those seeds down and just let nature have its way with it. I didn't do any like pest prevention or anything like that when it was still warmer outside, because y'all know I dropped these seeds down when it was still warmer, and like everything is doing its thing. So I don't know. I don't know if it's the area that it's in or what. But then again, I can't say it's the area that it's in, because even my stuff that was under the tree before, it was dealing with pest damage. But since I dropped down the chaos area, hey, we gonna look. The real test is gonna be when it get hot outside, and like real hot, like the heat of the summer, and we're gonna see how the chaos area do then. But y'all, I'm liking the way it's coming along. I'm gonna just say that. Y'all leave in the comments though, how is things going with y'all? For the people that live in the colder area, I'm so sorry that y'all can't get down with the get down when it comes to the gardening. But I always recommend, like, do, if y'all really want to grow stuff, do something indoors just to give y'all something to, keep yourself busy with. If you are in the cold area and you still growing something, shoot, what y'all growing? What y'all got going on? I done seen y'all folks that showing y'all snow. Y'all showing that I think I was watching somebody the other day, and she was actually dropping down some golly, what was she dropping down? I forget. I think she was just starting lettuce, but she was in like Florida. We mentioned in the last video too, y'all, that we had figured out something about the greenhouse floors. So actually one of the packages came in today. They're coming in separate. Just to give y'all a hint, we did order them from the Vivor website. So I don't know how they're gonna look, how they're gonna turn out just yet, but y'all know we're gonna take y'all along once we install them and get everything together with it. But that's gonna be a video all in itself, because I just want to be able to show y'all all the things when it comes to the greenhouse, like from start to finish. So yeah, but I think that's gonna be it for this video, y'all. I really just wanted to come on just to give y'all an update of how everything was looking after we got that cold weather for those 2 days. If y'all been getting cold weather and y'all plants aren't doing well, leave it in the comments. Or if y'all been getting cold weather and y'all plants still doing well, leave that in the comments too, because I love to know what y'all got going on as well. But anyways, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If y'all made it to the end, leave a carrot emoji, and I'll see y'all in the next video.